Hello everyone, and welcome to part 7 of our playthrough of the first Diablo game. So I did go back through and kind of level a couple times just because once again there was that whole issue about not being able to take a hit from anything. So I only managed to level twice just because it turns out maybe I should have been paying more attention, but when you go back through the levels in the beginning, you don't get experience for anything that you kill. So I was like, the first time I went through all the levels, I was, kind of getting as many things as I could to see that I could level and make things easier. But I found out the second time I loaded things back up that I did not start getting any experience for anything until around like level 7 or something like that. So that was lots of fun. We're gonna go ahead and clear out this final level of the caves. And then we're gonna get a new area, so super exciting. I don't have, ooh, what's that? I have not seen those guys yet. Ooh, it's a nasty, creepy crawly. Cool. Ooh, okay. There's another one. I do not like bugs. And having ginormous bugs. That has to be like the least intimidating boss, because he's just gonna stand there until I decide to go do something over there. So I mean, not really a threat right now. Oh, there's another one over here though. I may actually not be able to handle this. Oh jeez, especially if they kind of corner me in. I did try to make sure as well that with those levels that I was adding to my vitality, because even if I can't really add to my my armor rating, at least having that extra vitality will help me take more hits. Viper Flame. See, these are some cool. Oh jeez, they are destroying me already. Of course, we are no stranger to having to buy a whole bunch of potions right after just starting back in a level. It's looking like that's going to become a quick reality. Oh, dang. I've been, while I was redoing the levels, having a stock of potions in my inventory too. Looks like I forgot that. So, I kind of don't want to run to town this early in the video. I just started. To be fair, I could cut this part out, just go do it really quick and then be like, hey guys, welcome to part 7. Nah, I'm just gonna go to town. You guys can see I'm a person. I'll be making them mistakes. Okay, let's go ahead and try that again. Let's see, maybe this guy should be a little bit easier. Oh nope, I did not need to get nearly as close as I have with previous ones. They were ready for me. They knew that I was expecting this to be easy. Oh my. See, just on the previous level, wow, on level 11 before coming to this one, like, it was not this difficult, and already it seems like I haven't, leveled whatsoever. I do wonder a little bit if the game is like, if the game's taunting me about having to like start so many times over to level. It's like purposely making, Vile Touch. See? Amazing names for the, oh, he's dead. The name's not nearly as cool if he dies, like after 3 hits or something like that. But, I don't know, I feel like the game is specifically like, hey, we're gonna make this extra hard for you because you keep starting over, man. You need to just tough it out. But they hurt. It's hard to tough it out if you're gonna keep dying. I mean, already, I'm out of my spare stock of potions again. Fair enough. Let's see if I can use that. Does that do anything? Oh, these guys, they resist fire. Well, I mean, It is called a fire drake. Dang! You guys suck! But especially like this last one that I loaded up, that's, you know, the current game. Just on every single level through the whole catacombs and, you know, through the whole cave so far, it's all been like freaking those goatmen with the bows and arrows, or those freaking acid spitters. And the acid spitters aren't as bad, but the goatmen will continue to, like, they will run away from you, and they will not stop running, ow, until they hit a wall. So it's the most annoying thing in the world when you have a whole, like, level of these guys that just keep running, and you... It's, I was getting kind of frustrated, to be honest. Ooh, another Warhammer. Is this one any good? 5 to 9. See, everything kind of sucks. I'm thinking, about, you know, investing in a shield, because my defense is apparently awful. But I don't want to lose to, ooh, a potion. I don't want to lose a bunch of my attack ability, because I know part of what does make it easier is that being able to kill things quickly, you know, they don't have as much time to sit there and, like, rip my guts out. Where's this door? So, I don't want to get, like, a cruddy little dagger or something. And then, you know, like, just sit there and whack at things forever without getting much out of it. I am leaving a lot of the money on the ground, because during my adventures of grabbing all kinds of, or attempting to grab all kinds of extra levels, I accumulated a whole bunch of money. I can't even carry it in my, ooh, level 30, ooh, that's gonna be the next area. But I can't even carry it all in my inventory. It just sits on the ground until I need it for whatever reason, and there's nothing really in town right now that I care to buy besides, you know, potions and town portals. So I mean, like, I'll grab some here and there so I don't have to, you know, pick a pile off the ground before doing my repairs and everything, but otherwise it's just not want for money. I even, like, went and threw a bunch of money at work because he was like, hey man, I got something cool, but it's gonna cost you 50 gold to look at. I was like, you know what, bro, I am basically a millionaire right now, so here's your 50 gold. I'm not even mad. And he had a cruddy little bow with fire damage on it. I was like, wow, thanks for it. You just, not only did you take my 50 gold, but you took another 12,000 after that. So I sold it for, I think, 3,000. But yeah, not helpful.
Hail and sacrifice to Diablo, Lord of terror and destroyer of souls.
Ooh.
When I awoke my master from his sleep, he attempted to possess a mortal's form. Diablo attempted to claim the body of King Leoric, but my master was too weak from his imprisonment. My lord required a simple and innocent anchor to this world, and so found the boy Albrecht to be perfect for the task. While the good King Leoric was left maddened by Diablo's unsuccessful possession, I kidnapped his son Albrecht and brought him before my master. I now await Diablo's call and pray that I will be rewarded when he at last emerges as the lord of this world.
What kind of a name is Albrecht? Is that like an actual name, or did they make that up for this game? And I mean, like, Diablo sound like some weak sauce right now. He's some weak shit if freaking he gotta go after some little boy to possess. I mean, you spend your time like slumbering forever. You think he'd be like ready to go, like, yeah man, I had my nap. Maybe some coffee, just cause, you know, waking up does take some time, as I understand. Takes some time. I know it takes time for me in the morning. Freaking, I'm always tired before work. Ugh. But I mean, like, right now for me, every day is a 9.5 hour day, which I guess that's not too bad. I really shouldn't complain too much about that. I do get a lunch break. It's a half hour, so I guess, yeah, I shouldn't complain too much about it. But I'm just a tired person in general, man. Like, sleeping doesn't help out as much as I wish it would. Oh, is this guy still over here? How do I get to you? He resists fire. Can I still kill him with it? Maybe if he stood still, I could try. Hello? Okay, so it's looking like just the that beginning bit with all the with the two bosses was difficult. Right now, this isn't so bad. Although, they are still just biting chunks out of my health, just slurping up my kidney meat and whatever. Oh wow, nothing here. I wasn't too hopeful, to be honest. I'm like waiting as long as possible to return to town to fill up on potions again. Cause I don't want to do that whole back and forth deal, you know, and I can't imagine. Well, for you guys it's not that bad, I guess. Just like it's a jump cut, which can be kind of like, oh, we skipped some bits. Doesn't really affect anything though, to be honest. But for me, it's like I gotta wander through the town. I gotta go, you know, repair my stuff. Gotta buy some potions, and I'm just like, I'm an impatient person, you know? I don't want to spend all of my time when I want to be just kind of commenting on stuff, you know? I don't want to spend all my time just, you know, going back to the town to buy all my potions and shit, you know? So, that sucks. It does. Ton of barrels here. This is I'm getting a bunch of mana potions. I'm not even using these things barely. I can't even hit anything with these potions anyway, so I mean, like, they're not the most helpful. Ooh. Okay, ooh. If I do not grab more potions right now, actually, though, I will not survive that because he's got, what? He's got 72 armor class. Apparently that doesn't mean anything in this area, which does worry me because I feel like I'm gonna have another, you know, thing like with the end of the last episode where I was just going back and forth constantly because I had to go get more potions and repair all my armor and whatnot.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Repair my stuff again. I was here like 10 minutes ago, man, but these guys, they hurt a lot. See all my, you know, pile of money I was talking about earlier.
What ails you, my friend?
Monsters and demons. They ails me. They ails me a lot. And they're not giving me no ale. Which, I mean, I might appreciate that. Like, kind of a heartwarming gift. Like, not heartwarming. Maybe they're just like, hey man, I understand you're having a tough time. We are just like, you know, kicking your shit in. Here's some ale, some nice beer. We made it ourselves. Although I don't think I'd trust it if they did. I think I'd prefer if they were like, yeah man, we just bought this, bought this from the store because we know that you don't trust us. Just a nice little gift because we know you're working hard, murdering off all the demons to try and save the world. You're gonna go murder Albrecht. Albrecht. Sorry, I'm getting a little annoyed about that back and forth, you know? It's just, you know, I'm an impatient person. I don't want to go back and forth between town and the caves and everything. And I still have like, got a little ways to go before the next level. That would be nice. We can all just kind of hang out for a second, enjoy a nice beer together, and just be like, so man, how you doing? And then the freaking creepy crawly worm thing will be like, you know man, my spawn number 387 got accepted into Harvard. They're gonna study law and be like, hey man, that's some cool stuff right there. That's great. And then once we're done and a little tipsy, we're gonna go ahead and murder each other again. At which point, because I'm tipsy, they will probably rip my kidneys out through my my eye sockets. Let's go ahead and save again, because I don't know what's waiting on the other side of that door. Oh boy!
I must be getting close.
Do you think? When the stairs are made out of bones and it's like lakes of, I want to say blood, but probably not, but just, there's bones and shit poking out of everywhere. You're probably getting pretty close at this point. No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh jeez, I hate these things. I feel like, I don't remember exactly, but I feel like this is gonna be another one of those enemies that runs away whenever you try to get close. Am I right? Yeah, look, see, they're running. I hate that. I hate that. I'm like, I'm tired of it. Elixir of magic. Hold on, don't kill me yet. I want to grab that potion. Doom guard. These guys sound evil. And there I am again, just like flailing at the air forever because I guess I don't have enough dexterity? I was trying to add to that too. To make sure that I could, you know, hit things and not spend forever just flailing my axe and, you know, at the air. Cause I mean, like, you see them standing right in front of him and he's just like flailing for his life and not hitting anything. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna stay by the stairs for right now. I feel like these guys, the way that they go when I hit them, I feel like they could potentially be great increased magic. Could that potentially mean? Hold on, I want to use that. How much mana do I have? 36 total. That I can use my healing? No. No, because that would be too helpful apparently to be able to use my own healing spell to help my to not die. Why do they gotta run? What is this self-preservation shit? You guys are supposed to be the bad guys. You're supposed to let me murder you for me. My thing's got 7, so pretty good. I was gonna ask one of these hanging bodies for directions. I'm sure this leg knows exactly where I need to go. Oh. See, there we go. I went and spoke to the leg and all of a sudden I noticed there's the next level. Or maybe it's the way up to town, which would not be bad right now because I'm gonna run out of potions quick here. I can already see it. Yeah, that's up to town. Oh, but see, there's the next level. See that? That just leg hanging off the wherever. They give good directions. You know, they could have just, I'm sure they just drew me a map like, hey man, you just follow this hallway right here, you'll find exactly what you're looking for, and well, you're probably gonna die, but at least you will see where you need to go. Oh my. Short battle, but no wonder he's dead. I got a crazy little bow down here in the freaking depths of hell. That is kind of a cool effect right there, actually. I like that. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, slaying some demons, but mostly getting flayed like some kind of tuna swimming through shark-infested waters. And that is the shark. That is a great white shark. Or maybe he's like a goblin shark, actually. I think that he might be more appropriate with their weird-ass teeth just like, wow, shooting out of their faces. I don't need this right now. I think you can tell as well. I am getting much more comfortable just because I'm saying like weird things now, I guess, making some extra noises and stuff. I of course, you know, have my beer as always. Today I've got a nice crisp lager, a Pilsner style lager. From Mexico, actually. So I'm feeling it a little bit. I did have some of that Ula Waitsburg that I mentioned in that I mentioned in the last episode. So, a little bit of a story behind that that fancy whiskey that I got. I remember that I mentioned like I had ordered that it was supposed to be delivered to my mother-in-law's house because my place apparently is not close enough to theirs. Oh my goodness. I hate that long range deal, of course, because you know I gotta walk up to everybody and smack them with my axe to get anything done. What is this, infravision? Let's see if I can murder something before they... Oh, there's so many of them. Dang. How am I gonna do this? Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and like run off into the corner and save. Rustweaver, that's cool. Because freaking otherwise, I'm gonna be way back somewhere, who knows where, trying to get back to where I was. Alright, Rustweaver, let's do this, let's dance. And he's dead. Maybe he dropped a good axe. I hope so. Anything right now to help me out. A freaking axe I could chuck through the air right now would be amazing. Actually, hold on, I've got fireballs. Why aren't I using those? Well, because they suck, that's why. Yeah, but I mean, making weird noises and whatnot, you can tell I'm definitely much more comfortable with the commentary. Also a little bit tipsy, what is that? Elixir of Dexterity, I need that because flailing endlessly is not the greatest action plan. We're gonna go to town because go to town, come on. 1 foot in front of the, there you go. Because I have, ooh. Because I have, once again, no freaking potions. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a good old time if I gotta chase every single one of these people down just to drive my axe between their eyes, slicing that brain in half, cutting that basal ganglia or basal ganglia, whatever that little bean in the middle of your brain is called, slicing that thing right in half. That's a pretty cool actually piece of your brain. I did like a research paper when I was in school on the formation of a thought. And so, based on what I read, so do not take this as fact in any way, shape, or form, but based on what I had read, so my understanding of the material was that the basal ganglia was essentially responsible for that formation of a thought. What I did to go, of course, find this information was I researched, of course, what the different, bits of the brain do. Because, I've always been massively interested in neurobiology. That was initially what I had wanted to go study in school. I ended up going for secondary education because I wanted to teach English in Germany, which didn't work out for reasons that we're not going to get into. But, dang, guys, I'm trying to tell a story. Can you not murder me for 2 seconds, please? That would be amazing. Just 2, maybe 3 seconds. So I can just tell people about my life a little bit, because I don't know. I gotta say something. While I'm getting, my face kicked in by all of these freaking demons and shit. Oh, level, nice. Should I be concentrating so much on adding to my vitality? Because, I feel like having more health, even if my defense isn't going up exactly, that'll help me take more hits, Yeah, go away! Shoot! I did grab that new axe that I found on the ground that Rustweaver dropped. It's actually really good, so it has more attack, but it also gives me 11 to all of my attributes, so I'm not getting that 3% health steal anymore that my last axe had, but I think plus 11 to everything is going to help me out a lot. So I'm not as concerned about adding a bunch to my dexterity. I say as I add a bunch to my dexterity. Dang. Okay. Okay. Anyway. I thought, wait, hold on. I wasn't adding to my points just yet, was I? I'm pretty sure I just clicked that twice. Right? I thought. I'm gonna have to look back when I'm freaking, editing the video. I thought I only clicked twice and I thought I had 5 points, but who knows? Of course, my thoughts are all over the place right now. But yeah, I wanted to study neurobiology initially because I'm just hugely fascinated by the way that the brain functions, you know? So with this research paper, what I did was I studied all the different, parts of the brain and what they do. And I came across this article that mentioned the basal ganglia, or basal. I don't know how you pronounce that word, so I'm gonna say basal. Yeah, so... But it basically said that what this thing's job is, it sits in the middle of the two hemispheres of the brain, and it kind of takes information from the different lobes and puts them together so that your brain can understand these individual bits of information. So it takes like from one hemisphere of the brain, or from one part. So say it's taken from your occipital lobe. I clearly cannot speak, I am sorry. The occipital lobe, what you're currently seeing. And then it takes from the parietal. I don't know where your sense of smell is, actually. I don't remember. So maybe not the parietal lobe. Oh, wow, there's so many. So many. And this poor unfortunate dude was probably just, cruising by town when this whole deal started. He got pulled into all of this, and he's just risking life and limb for these townspeople. Though to be fair, really it's more like he's trying to save the greater world at large, just because if if this is not taken care of, then the world's gonna be overrun with demons and all that stuff, and you're gonna have this kind of shit just flying past you on a daily basis. You're just like, I'm gonna go check on the crops today. I want to make sure there's not another drought happening that'll ruin our produce stuff. And I have no potions. Okay. And then... yeah, and then, of course, you're just checking on your carrots or something. And you get smacked in the freaking back of the head with one of those orbs. And you're just like, well, I'm dead now. Okay. It doesn't matter how well the crops are doing anymore. We're going to, once again, super exciting, go back up to the town. So anyway, say that the basal ganglia is taking the information from what you're seeing, from what you're smelling, from what you feel. Basically, it takes all that information, all these individual pieces, and it puts them all together into, one cohesive thing that your brain can understand. Basically, like, oh, I am in a sauna, and it smells like sweaty people. And of course, you can see the area itself and everything. So of course, you make that connection. Like, okay, this is a sauna. Because all those bits of information, of course, your memory and everything comes into play with that. Knowing like, okay, this is what that looks like. This is what's entailed in one of those types of buildings. So, but I didn't just take that information alone when coming up with this thought, basically. I also found a study that they were doing in Japan to kind of try and see how the neurons in the brain exactly are firing and where they're sending their messages, I suppose. And they had a video that they had recorded that showed they used a certain kind of dye on some of the neurons in these zebrafish's brain, so they could see where everything was going. And so from that video, I saw what ended up happening is that all the different lobes, when they fired the neurons, basically all this information, it all went into the center of the brain, which is, where the basal ganglia is. So again, I could be completely wrong, I could be way off on this, but to me, I surmised based on that information, based on the various articles I was reading, based on the information shown by the video as well as the study that was part of that video, that I was seeing the formation of a thought. And so that was the whole idea of my research paper, which was, you know, how thoughts are formed. So whenever you're thinking about like, oh, this sauna is really hot in here, full of a lot of sweaty people, you know, all those different thoughts, they had to be formed based on different, what is it? Based on different, I want to say criteria, but that's not the word that I'm really looking for. Based on different stimuli, that's what I was trying to find. You know, different stimuli, of course, as well as different memories and such, because you need to know what a sauna is and all that. So, yeah. I was pretty happy with my, with that research paper. Let's go ahead and save, my goodness. Oh, is this the up to, oh. Up to level 2. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm sure now that I could just Google like how thoughts are formed, and there would probably be some sort of article basically detailing all of that in a completely different way than I had surmised. But yeah. So completely like random tangent just because I was talking about an axe going through somebody's face. I don't know, but I do find that kind of stuff really interesting. Even though, you know, my whole, college experience didn't work out and all that. It was really great to go ahead and study and all those things, and as well, I'm still hugely fascinated with the workings of the brain, how the different lobes and everything come together, and how all of that basically functions as a whole. I have there's so many of these things on this level. I'm hoping the later levels will have less of those. But that, of course, remains to be seen. Two-handed sword, but it's just a regular sword. There's nothing exciting on it. And of course, I just got a shiny new axe. Barely been used. Already you can see some blood on the edges. But, it's being put to good use. I'm straight, like, wrecking these guys. As much as they're wrecking me. Okay, there's another area over there I didn't get. Dang, my potions go so quick. Hello? Oh, there's one right there. Come on, die. Die, you too. Oh, it seems like everybody else in the room is like, hey, there's a guy over there. Let's go ahead and murder him. I don't want to get too close with these guys because, you know, getting crowded by all these guys at once, I'm just not going to survive. It very much helps to break them up into smaller groups whenever possible. Especially with my quickly dwindling storage of potions. Smack them! You don't gotta think about it, man. Just like flail your axe wildly. You'll hit something at some point. No thought required, just swing. There you go. You ain't even gotta worry about that blood squirting on your face, man. What do you care? I mean, if you get a disease, actually that would suck a lot if you got disease. I will drink and be refreshed, thank you. But, you know, he probably would get some kind of weird, awful disease from the blood of these things. Maybe it is good. He's like, I don't want to hit it, man. It's gonna spray shit on me. I don't want that. Hello? Oh, they were all hiding. They were waiting for me. They could hear me near the room. They're like, all right, guys, we're gonna surprise him. Just hide behind the corner. And when he comes by, just wreck him. at this point in time, I do not think that fireball spell that I have is any useful, to be honest. Not when I've got this kind of stuff just hurtling at me constantly. Because, I mean, when do I have the time? Like, it takes me a second to, you know, go ahead and use that. What other spells? Can I use it? Hold on. I can find... There we go. Okay. Now I have a reason for my mana potions again. Oh, wrong button, but we're gonna go ahead and save. This music reminds me a little bit of like the Little Drummer Boy, for some reason. I just hear that or whatever. And there was like a flute or something. I don't know if you guys can hear that exactly because, you know, of course, when I edit this, I mess with the audio levels and all that. But I swear I could hear a flute. Little Drummer Boy is he's down here for some reason, which it's probably not a good thing. He's supposed to be nice, I guess I want to say. I don't know, actually. I don't really know the lyrics to that song. I don't know if what his whole deal is, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be something nice and great because, you know, it's kind of a religious song, I think. Actually, I think I'm just assuming that right now. I don't even know. But one more time, I'm gonna go ahead and skip off to town, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit up level 14. But anyway, I had kind of mentioned that Ula Waitsburg earlier. Ooh, this is a nice color scheme. That whiskey that I had ordered and everything. So what ended up happening with that is they sent me the wrong whiskey actually. They send me, it's still Ula Waitsburg, but I should probably, whoop, there you go. But it was not the cask strength one that I had been hoping for. But because, you know, with everything, I'm a super relaxed guy. Unfortunately, sometimes I'll just leave things be. So I did not bring that up with them just because my thought process was, well, then they'll have to come back to my mother-in-law's house, pick this up. She had to sign for it and everything, show her ID and whatnot, because alcohol. And then they'll have to go grab the right one, then bring that over here. And I was just thinking, like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that whole process. I'm just going to take the one that they gave me, because it's still the same company. But the one they gave me, I guess, is just their normal bottle. So it's only 47% alcohol. And when it comes to whiskey, I would like at least 50%, just because, again, I like that full, flavor. To me, the lower proof runs, they do taste kind of watered down. And I mean, technically they are. But I like having that full, bold flavor. You know, I'm like that with a lot of things. I like black coffee. You know, I like black tea. I don't want anything. Ooh, Blood Knight. See, that'd be a cool name for a death metal band too. These guys could definitely, you know, front some kind of death metal group. But you know, I like strong tea and everything, so I enjoy, you know, heavy flavors. So I don't want like a watered down whiskey, you know. But it's not bad. I mean, it's a 4-grain whiskey. There's no one on this level. That's different. So of course, you know, it's also a high rye whiskey, but it has that winter wheat. It's from Washington, and it really is one of the smoothest whiskeys I've ever had. There's almost no alcohol burn whatsoever. It kind of reminds me of Buffalo Trace, which that's another one of those like really sought after bourbons that everyone just like goes crazy over. I don't really care for it, to be honest. And I might get flack for this if anybody that cares about whiskey decides they want to watch my video. But Buffalo Trace to me just kind of tastes like waxy water. There was, ooh, can I use? Of course not. There was like no flavor. Every so often I'd get like a hint of sweetness, And there was no burn, like, at all. But it was just... It was like a bottle of waxy water to me. And I was really disappointed because... You know, that's one of those sought-after bourbons that everyone talks about. They're like, I love Buffalo Trace, it's amazing, you must try it. And I was really disappointed, actually. I was just like... With that bottle, I tried to finish it as quickly as possible. I did not want to have... I didn't want to have any of it around. It was just such a disappointment for me. I did end up, though, using the bottle itself. I took the label off and everything. Ooh, a potion. I did end up using that for my infinity bottle. Because with my infinity bottle, I wanted to grab something that had a plastic cork. So that, you know, it wouldn't deteriorate over time and everything, let a lot of air in and whatnot. So I did get a positive out of that bottle. But I really don't care for Buffalo Trace. You know, like, if I'm buying some whiskey, I want it to taste like whiskey. Not, you know, water that somebody freaking dipped a candle in or something. You know? But anyway, so the Willow Waitsburg, it's not exactly like the Buffalo Trace. It does have some sweetness. There's also some bitter notes on the end of it. You know, some of that barrel char itself. Oh jeez, I'm in a corner! Oh, and I haven't saved for like a minute. Okay. Ever since Czar, I'm like super worried about dying without having saved and having to start back somewhere. But where was I? So the Ula Waitsburg isn't bad. It's just... Oh, wow. No! Run! I'm gonna die. It's okay, I'm just gonna let it happen. Wait, no, he's alive. He's alive! Oh, it's not what I wanted. And then unfortunately, because, you know, I am so laid back and relaxed, I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. It's cool, I'll probably enjoy this one, and it's not bad. Objectively, it's not bad, it's just watered down, you know? Oh, these guys hurt. Healing power. I can finally use again. Run! Run! Ah! Is this the way I'd meant to go? These guys are relentless. He is chasing me. He's like, you're not getting away. Oh, and I'm in a corner. Quick! Portal! Ah! It is a good thing they can't follow me into town. But I think actually, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end this part right here. And I'm not gonna go level or anything like that. I know I'm doing that again where I'm wandering back and forth between the levels, not the levels, the town and the dungeons over and over again. But I'm honestly a little tired about going through the beginning of the game over and over because, you know, those quick spaces like what I was doing earlier with the little crack in the ground, they're not available until you go find them again. So we'll see how far I can get with the next video. But, you know, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you have a wonderful day, wonderful night, whatever time it is there for you, that you're really just enjoying yourselves, and I do appreciate you guys for watching. So just, you know, have a wonderful time. Peace.